guys, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and I am here for another Stash Bash YouTube hop. So basically, there's a whole bunch of us YouTubers, and it's growing all the time, that once a month pick a common element or common product that's in your stash and show you a whole ton of new ways to use that particular product. And so this month we are focusing on stamps. And so I am playing with a bunch of products from Wild Whisper Designs today. And I am a guest designer for them for the month of August. So I would love if you would definitely go over and check out all of their products. These are the new August releases called Out and About, and they are absolutely fantastic. So what I am doing right now is I am taking one of the stamps that came in the kit, is this like hand-drawn looking compass. And I have stamped it with my Stays on ink on a transparency. And I am going to use it to create a little shaker pocket or a shaker box for this layout. So I have taken one of the pattern papers that has this kind of marbled white look for the background, and I have cut it in half on the diagonal. So I'm going to have half a piece of black cardstock and then half of that real subtle pattern paper on the bottom part of the layout. And then I grabbed this washi tape that was just a black and white little mini stripe, and I've put that along that border as well, and I'm going to continue that washi tape throughout the layout. So I have these chipboard circles, and I added a little bit of hand stitching to it, and I created my shaker pocket with that. So it has a piece of the pattern paper on the background, as well as this chipboard circle. And that chipboard circle glued to that pattern paper in the background gives me a really good place where I can add sequins to create a shaker box that is going to allow movement and be a really easy way to have that working. And I am using some sequins that Spiegel Mom Scraps designed exclusively for this kit. And all I did was take those sequins, which were the blues and greens, and I added some black tie event from the Spiegel Mom Scraps shop to bring in the black color that I wanted. So then I've taken this photo and I am backing it with some of the 3x4 and 4x6 cards. And that top card, the 4x6, says take the scenic route. And you just saw I took my X-Acto knife and cut around that circle because I want the circle to overlap on top of my photo. And then I'm going to add that word journey up at the top. And that's one of the wood veneer words that also was designed specifically for this kit. And so I'm going to take my little post-it note here and cover up my photo and my 3x4 card, and then I'm going to grab this postage stamp from the collection, and I only want the top edges of it to show. Like, I want it to look like it's peeking out from on top of my journaling cards, and so that post-it note made a really easy way I could get that look without having to kind of tear my layout apart. And now I'm going to go ahead and use this branding strip that was also part of this pattern paper. And I'm going to have a little bit there on the bottom left. And then I'm going to add the rest of it to the top right. And then I am grabbing this piece of packaging this is from one of the embellishments, I think, that came with this collection. But I love their packaging so much. I think almost every time I create a layout with Wild Whisper stuff, I end up using their packaging because it's perfect. So I just took that piece of packaging and created a little banner with it. And there you see I'm kind of adding that extra washi tape that is through the middle of my layout. And I'm going to also stamp up on the top on that little banner that I created. There's a quote inside this stamp set that just says, "Better to see something once than to hear about it 1,000 times." And that was definitely kind of sums up the experience we had with this particular photo. So now I'm going to grab these journaling strips, and these are from Dilutions, and this is the coolest product. It is basically make your own washi tape. So it comes with strips and strips and strips of all different sizes of washi tape, and you can pretty much stamp on it, watercolor, create whatever design you want. And so I am pulling one. It comes in a whole bunch of different sizes. So I've pulled out one of the really thin strips, and I've stamped this set of circles, and this is from that same stamp set. And then I'm just grabbing my watercolors and I'm coloring in all of these little circles, and I am doing it in a really messy way because I don't want them to be exactly colored in. I want it to have a watercolor look and look very messy. And I am just doing this with the colors that are matching with my layout and with this particular Out and About collection. So I'm going to fill all of those in, and I'm going to go back and add let that all dry, and then I'm going to add this detail to my layout as well. And I really liked how using stamps on this create your own washi tape, transfer tape. This is a really cool way. I haven't used my stamps this way before, and I'm definitely going to be doing this again because this is a really neat way to kind of create a custom look on this layout with, you know, just little pops of color and something that doesn't necessarily come in the kit but is going to coordinate perfectly with this collection. So then I'm going to go ahead and scatter some sequins along the diagonal. And those are from the same collection that's inside my little shaker pocket that I also created with my stamps. So I'm using stamps in a few different ways on this layout. And now I'm just going to go ahead and work on my title down here. And I had seen this kind of, it's not really a quote, but I'd seen this phrase before. And I knew that I wanted to use it with this particular layout. So my whole title is going to say, Walking in the Steps of Those Before Us. And to me, that was really significant with this photo. This is just a photo of our family of 5 and looking down, and it's all of our feet standing around this metal emblem in the sidewalk for the Freedom Trail in Boston. So while we were there on vacation this summer, we all got a chance to kind of walk the Freedom Trail and do some of the historical things throughout Boston. And I have one of my kids who is very into history and all of this stuff. And walking the Freedom Trail really made a big impact on him. It was something that was really important to him. He had asked to go there. And so it really made an impact on all of our kids, but especially on him. And so I wanted there to be a layout that really talked about the importance of that and how big of a deal it was for him. And so that's basically going to do it. So 3 new ways to use stamps today. So creating your own washi tape, stamping on a transparency to make a shaker box, and then adding a little bit of detail peeking out behind your subtitles using that little post-it note trick. And so I hope you enjoyed this layout, and I hope you will check out Wild Whisper Designs as well as all the other girls that are showing you how to use your stamps today. Thanks for joining me. Bye!